Okay, here we are back at the building zone with my F9F Panther rebuilt. This is using a new fuselage with the original wings and tail surfaces and most of the running gear from the other Panther. It's all ready for the maiden flight. Everything turned out great. I made some changes on this one. I have a set of landing lights on it and a smoke system. It weighs 28 pounds, which isn't too bad. It's got a 36-pound turbine in it, so I have plenty of thrust. The other changes are the landing gear uses electric servos for the nose gear doors and the main gear doors. That was one of the BVM upgrades. All the BVM upgrades are in this plane. They have some really good ones. The landing gear supports are all carbon fiber, and of course the fuel tank install and the servos for the gear doors. The gear is nice with the BVM suggested methodology. So here's down, and the mains, the front one stays down. Now the nice thing about the electric is that they don't slam. They operate at a slower speed, more scale-like speed, which is kind of nice. Here's the up. Works great. Then we have the landing lights. So with the gear down, stage one of the landing lights is we have blinkers on the wing tips, and one light there on the inner gear door, and then the main lights come on. I'll walk around the plane so you can see that. Okay, that's the left wingtip has a light and a flasher. There's one there on the back of the fuse. And there's an ID light on the back of the plane right there. Nice and bright. Left wingtip has a flasher and a red. And then the landing lights are in the roots. The roots of the wings. And then there's one down there. This is a set of lights from airfighter.de, German company. They're very nice. Controller works great. Landing lights are off, and then the blinkers are off. The rest of the plane is pretty conventional. Ailerons, elevators, rudder. The landing flaps are kind of neat. Takeoff position is there, and then landing position, the flaps come out in the fuselage. So this ought to provide a pretty good amount of drag for the final approach. Here again, takeoff, landing. I'll show that from the front. There we go again, that's takeoff setting, landing. So should be able to come down at a pretty good angle and not build up too much speed. Looking forward to the maiden flight. Should be a lot of fun. Gears work nice. Great looking plane. Great looking plane. It's the finish on this plane is really fabulous. And of course the color scheme should look really good in the air. plane also has blow-in doors. They're right here, and there's one on both sides. This was on the original Panther, and the way it worked is for takeoff, they would open these doors to let the motor have some more air for intake and cooling purposes. On this plane, what I did is the bypass is right in here, so there's a hole in the front of the bypass where the suction is. So when I give it full throttle for takeoff, it's going to generate some negative pressure inside the fuselage, and these will open slightly, maybe that far. And then once the plane gets underway and air starts coming in the intake, then they'll close. So that's how they work. Just another scale detail.